So let's talk about negative numbers. If you want to know why so many kids have trouble with math, you want to know why there's so much pain and frustration, one of the main causes, not the only cause, one of the main causes of confusion, pain, and frustration for kids and around math happens around the sixth grade when negative numbers are introduced. It's all about negative numbers. The confusion about negative numbers is the main cause of frustration. The other main cause is fractions, which is introduced in fifth grade. But we'll talk about negative numbers first. You show me a kid that hates math, has trouble with math, starting in the sixth grade. Show me a kid who gets to seventh or eighth grade math, ninth grade, 10th grade, all the way through high school, who struggles with math. I guarantee you that they don't understand negative numbers. We think it's easy. We take it for granted, but let's talk about that. A few years ago, I had a student who was in ninth grade, 14 years old, couldn't do math. And she had a perfect handwriting, worked really hard. Unlike many kids, she did her work, practiced, worked hard, and still was failing and getting everything wrong. I looked at her math test, and they were doing quadratic equations. And she worked the problem perfectly. She worked so hard to work the problem, followed the instructions perfectly, and still got the answer wrong. And the teacher noticed on the test, marked on her test, that she must have confused the sign. Now, this is a common problem. If you miss one little thing, the sign, plus or minus, the whole problem is wrong. And so the teacher looked at her work, and she did everything right, but it looked like she just missed the sign. She just got the sign wrong. It was negative instead of a positive, or positive instead of a negative. So I asked this girl, I said, what is 2 minus 3? And she says, 1. I said, no. I said, 2 minus 3, not 3 minus 2. What's 2 minus 3? And she says, 1. I said, well, what about 3 minus 2? And she says, 1. And I go again, what's 2 minus 3? And she says, 1. And I realize, oh my, she doesn't understand negative numbers. I see this over and over again, just working with a girl in 10th grade who was struggling with math, failing algebra and geometry. And we discovered after working for a little while that she never felt comfortable with negative numbers. She never understood negative numbers. It's not as simple as we think. We'll talk about this.